Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. Hello back there. Okay. Let's see how this works out. So, I made a phone call this morning to a company that makes books. I won't mention their name, but I will mention their prices. All right, for the junior writer, it's $31.50, and the senior writer, it's $39.50, and that's for, get out of there, 1,200, and get out of there, Angel, 1,250,000 words, 12,500 words, stop, 60 pages, Angel, go lay down, 30 pics, and the large, actually, that's just the medium or small size as well. Let's see. I feel like I'm like right up in there. Okay. So, I talked to the woman. She said the large, you get about 8 to 10 hours interview time with the writer, depending if you wanted a senior writer or an executive, or I don't know. The large one is 90 pages, 40 pictures, 20,000 words, and that runs around, the senior writer is $59.50, and I forget what the other one was, but that's $74.50, and I said, well, with the stories I've been telling and everything that I put out on Facebook and everything else, I definitely need a well-known author. So she said $71.50. I figured that's a great price. $71.50. I can pay that right now today. It's paid. Writing. And guess what, people? She meant $7,000. Oh my God, $7,000. Seriously, it's a little chilly here. $7,000, woman, for real. These people are crazy, and they say I'm crazy, or at least they tried to say I was crazy on Saturday. After my husband woke up, when we woke up at 1:30 in the morning, Saturday morning, flipping out once again, after I'd already been on strike for a week, and was done dealing with the crazy of what my family was doing to him, or what's left of my family, I should say. So, after I decided on the critically acclaimed author, and get out of there, Angel, and she told me it would be $7,450. I quickly let her know that I'd have to speak to my husband about that. I do know other writers in the family, and yes, I am a writer myself. Hello, people. I've been writing for months now all over Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, you name it, I'm on it. TikTok, not that I know how to use them all, so if people are commenting on my TikTok or Snapchat or anything other than Facebook, well, even Facebook now, because I'm off Facebook for 3 weeks, at least until the 15th, my brother's anniversary. My brother Tommy will be gone now 15 years this May. His wife, ex-wife Rosemary, 11 years this May. My cousin Bobby this May. And now my mom, the straw that broke the camel's back, the promise I made to her that I would take care of all the characters she's left in my life. And let me tell you, there's some good ones. Aunt Mare, you've seen her. Uncle Frank, please pray for my Uncle Frank right now. Say a little prayer, because he's in the hospital fighting COVID-19. He's the second person in my life that is now making this fight. And all I can do is pray and hope that their strength and my strength in God, my belief in God and the Holy Mother, and my prayers and all of your prayers will be answered for all of our COVID-19 victims, brothers and sisters fallen, whether it was before COVID-19 like my brothers and sisters, or now. Grief and the loss of the people we love is the hardest thing in the world to deal with. And I didn't even realize that I never grieved my brother 14 years ago, because I had to pull up my bootstraps then at 27, 28, however old I was, a single mother of 2 children at the time, myself. That morning we were getting ready to go to flag football. That was my first comeback story. After my accident that shattered my pelvis and sacrum and I was told I'd never walk again for 2 years, thanks to the help of Jim Worthington, a man that helped save my life more than once, even if he doesn't even know it. He gave me a year membership after that accident 20 years ago, and I was able to come back from that thriving. Wasn't able to ask for my job back because it took a few people to replace what I was doing at that place, at the Newtown Athletic Club. Running multiple departments before my accident, going to school full time, running a household as a single mother with 2 babies and a deadbeat father. I had a boyfriend at the time who couldn't handle it, Ethan Allen, if y'all remember him. I was supposed to move to Dallas with him. We were having a house built at the time of my accident. He came at Easter that year to let me know he couldn't be with me anymore. I don't think he could handle the weight gain, or probably my family, now that I think about it. They were probably all over the phone telling him he had to move back or take care of me. Who knows what my family does to people at this point. The sky is the limit for my father, my brother, and my nephew. They will push people and push the envelope, telling them not to mourn, keep their business to themselves, hush hush, don't let people know how you feel. They tried to do it to me. My father doesn't like the way I'm grieving my mother. He probably don't like the fact I'm putting out a book about it. He definitely doesn't like the fact that he's going to be in the book, because he's several times told me to leave his chapter out. Right, Ange? We're not leaving his chapter out. No. He took me to get Angel. 2.5 hours up the turnpike. She was born the day after we lost my mom's spirit. And she is an angel. She's been a godsend. She helped save us all. Even when everybody in the house is screaming and fighting, Angel has everybody on her side. It's Team Angels at our house, right, baby? Ugh. Don't lick me. You know not to lick with the tongue. Kiss. That's better. No tongue. Good girl. Sit. 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 Angel, sit. Sit. Paw. Thank you. Give me the other paw. Thank you. We'll give a high five. No. Ready? High five. High five. Yay! Good girl. All right, lay down. Mommy's finishing her story. I'm just going to put it out here on YouTube, Angel. Lay down. Lay down. Hey. Lay down. All the way down. Lay down. All the way. No. Lay down. You're not in charge. Sit. Good girl. Stay there. Anyway, I have so many stories to tell. Too many, but most of you know most of my stories. What you don't know is that after I made the promise to my mother, I slowly started weaning myself off all the medications the doctor said I needed over my lifespan. Lay down, lay down. And antidepressants, sleep medication, opioids, 180, oxycodone, 30 milligram every 2 weeks. Soma, 120 of them every month. 120 trazodone every month to sleep. You name it, I've been on it, from the uncontrolled hypertension after losing my brother, and who wouldn't have it? I mean, I had to go to a shrink then to have me teach me these breathing exercises that I've been doing for days now because of my family, who says they love me and they don't want anything to happen to me, but they want to continue to push me to stay quiet, keep my feelings in, even though they know when I internalize, like I did with my brother, I ended up in the hospital over a dozen times and had a stroke back then that I lost my arm drop, and I had to go through physical therapy to be able to use my left arm again then, in my 30s. Now this past few months, somewhere along the line, I've had another mini stroke, because you can see when I'm doing videos, the drop in my mouth. That wasn't there when I started this in January maybe, I don't know. It was after Christmas. It was after my dad had brought his friend to Christmas, and my husband ruined Christmas then because He was so more angry, as angry as I should have been. I should have told my dad not to bring that woman to this house. But I learned from my mother to be more accepting and not to judge. And as angry as I was that he moved on so quickly, it's not my place to judge, and it is nobody else's either. None of you. My Aunt Peggy told me there's an old saying, one I never heard from my mama, because my mama said a lot. She told me a lot. My Aunt Peggy said that women grieve and men move on. So I accepted that. It was the best advice that I got all year long from anyone. One of the wisest women in my life left. One of the few women in my life that are left. Her, my Aunt Mary Ann. And when I say women, I don't mean the young ladies like Tiffany, who has not lived a minute in my shoes, let alone walked a mile, but knows my stories and still wants to tell me how to grieve. Still added to the chaos of what went down at my house Saturday night or Saturday morning, which in turn ended up how I ended getting picked up by 3 cop cars at my niece's house Saturday afternoon and taken to Lower Bucks Hospital to be evaluated for being crazy, which I've been telling them for 43 years almost. I am crazy. I own it. The sign's at the door. You come to my house, there's literally a sign on the front door, people. Okay? I've owned my